Iran go the nuclear way? This is the question being asked. This is after the war awards between Iran and the US is now turning into military preparedness on both the sides. Trump has threatened to bomb the United States' bitter rival Iran if it doesn't agree to a nuclear deal. But Iran has rejected direct talk, saying that it will deploy nuclear weapons if attacked. Now, Iran has kept its missiles ready. These missiles reportedly have the capability to hit US-linked positions around the world. Meanwhile, the US has also deployed additional bombers to Diego Garcia and position aircraft carrier in West Asia. So with these developments happening so rapidly, the risk of military confrontation is growing day by day, and therefore it becomes crucial to ask, where is Iran's nuclear development at this stage? Now, Iran is currently enriching uranium to levels of about 60% purity. This is just a few levels down from weapons-grade material, which requires about 90% enrichment. So, if Iran decides to go nuclear, experts say it could obtain the enriched uranium needed to produce an atomic bomb within a few days. And this is scary. And ever since the US withdrawal, you see Iran has resumed its enrichment activities, raising alarms amongst international observers. If you talk in numbers, Iran holds over 8,294 kilograms of enriched uranium. This includes about 42 kilograms enriched to 60% purity. Now, this stockpile could fuel 5 nuclear weapons if further processed. And this is not it. Iran also does not have the challenge of building a warhead and a launch platform. This is because it already possesses ballistic missiles such as the Khurram-Shaher and Sejal, which are capable of carrying warheads already. Now, coming to nuclear facilities present in Iran. A complex at the heart of Iran's enrichment program is Natanz. It houses facilities including 2 enrichment plants, the vast underground fuel enrichment plant FEP and the above-ground pilot fuel enrichment program. Now, the FEP was built for enrichment on a commercial scale, able to house about 50,000 centrifuges. For those of you who don't know, centrifuges play a crucial role in nuclear fuel production and weapons development by separating uranium isotopes. Now, around 16,000 centrifuges are currently installed at the plant, roughly about 13,000 of which are in operation. Now, let's go to another plant called Fordow. This is an enrichment site dug into a mountain. The 2015 deal with major powers did not allow Iran to enrich Fordow at all. But it now has around 2,000 centrifuges operating there, most of them advanced IR-6 machines, of which about 350 are reaching up to 60%. Now, IR-6 machines basically produce the gas that is reportedly used by Iran for uranium enrichment. This is the most advanced model Iran is using on such a scale. Now, Iran also has a large nuclear technology center located on the outskirts of Isfahan, its second largest city, where it has stored enriched uranium. Now, additionally, Iran has a partially built heavy water research reactor called as Khandaq. Heavy water reactors also pose a nuclear proliferation risk because they can easily produce plutonium, which, like enriched uranium, can be used to make the core of an atom bomb. Now, the International Atomic Energy Agency has expressed concerns over limited access to Iran's nuclear facilities. And this raises questions about possible covert activities that could lead to military escalation. And this escalation comes in the wake of Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action or JCPOA expiry date. The deal, which was signed in 2015, has been on shaky ground since the United States withdrawal in 2018 and is now set to expire. So the question is, will the US actions push Iran to cross the line of military-grade enrichment and will have another nuclear power in West Asia? Or is it just aggressive posturing on the part of US to bring Iran on the negotiating table? Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned to India Today Global, where we simplify geopolitics for you.